My name is Amar, Senegalese businessman based in Guangzhou as the CEO of Hakim Trading. Hakim Trading is a shipping, sourcing and trading company based in Guangzhou. If someone or some company want to cooperate with us, we welcome them because we can help them to buy or to ship everything they need in China. So we are open about any kind of cooperation with any kind of company or government in China. Very interesting question, because I'm graduate in Hunan University in Hunan Changsha, and I remember in 2012 when I just came to Changsha, like every weekend I come to Guangzhou with my friends, with two of my friends and some classmates. We just came to Guangzhou to do some business, like small business, like buying some USB key, power bank and human hair for the girls, and we send it to Africa. And step by step I start to loving business. And at the beginning it was not just something very professional. It was just like I came here and I saw my friends that are doing business, and I just doing with them, like every weekend we come to Guangzhou by the sleeping train. We can at the night, for example, we leave Changsha at 8 evening. The second day we arrive to Guangzhou and we go to the market to buy some stuff, like small stuff, and send it to Africa. And step by step, after my graduation in 2014, I think I just told myself that I think I can handle it in Guangzhou, and I decide after my graduation come to Guangzhou and settle down here in Guangzhou. At the beginning I cooperated with one of my friends and we start the business here in Guangzhou, but 2 months later my friend he left because he said that the fees was so expensive and he couldn't afford it. And I told myself that I have to continue. I cannot give up. I should do it. And at that time, it was not easy because I just gradually, like a fresh student graduate. I didn't have enough money to stay, but I just got like some allowance from my university, like 3,500 per month. And I say, I have to keep this office. I have to continue to do this business because at that time I trust myself. I know that I can do it, so I just continue to do it, and one by one and step by step I make it stable. As you know, China is a business country, and I have the opportunity to study here. I got my master's degree here, so I told myself, because when I just graduate, I have some offers. Some company want to hire me, like some company in Shenzhen. But I told myself, why should I accept to work for someone? Because I can do it for myself. So I just decide to make it here in Guangzhou, to settle down my company and make it one by one until I get this step. Yes. The most memorable moment during my stay in China is a very emotional moment. I can tell you, at the beginning when I just opened this company, I was homeless for 2 months. 3 months later, when the business get more stable, I just told to my assistant. She was my first assistant. She's a Chinese. Her name is Hannah, and I asked her to find an apartment for me. I was looking for apartment for 3 months, but it was not easy because as a foreigner, sometimes it's not easy to find apartment, because sometimes you can find some landlord, they don't want to give the apartment to foreigners because they think it's complicated to deal with foreigners. One day I remember Anna and I, we went outside to find apartment. We just checked online and we found one apartment near my office. I told her that let's go to find this. We go to find the apartment, and when we been there, we saw the lady. She said, "Oh, it's okay. You speak Chinese. I can give you my apartment. It's okay." And everything was okay. She was ready and agreed to give us the apartment. But she said, "Oh, I cannot decide by myself. I have to talk with my stepdaughter and my son. At afternoon, I will back to you." And we say, "Okay." And Hannah and I will go back to the office. And at around 3 p.m., she called us back. She told Anna, "I'm so sorry, but my stepdaughter said she doesn't want to give the apartment to a foreigners." And Hannah said, "What?" She said, "Yes, we cannot give it to the foreigners." And Hannah said, "Oh, why?" And that's using like some Chinese word. 为什么我的老板他不是一般般的人啊，他是湖南大学的博士，你为什么不想给他这个房子？那个 Then the lady said, "I'm so sorry, I cannot give it to him." And I remember my assistant, she was crying because she was so sad, and even me, I was crying because it was the most memorable and most emotional time in China. Yes, thank you. Hakim Trading is a sourcing, shipping and trading company based in Guangzhou since 2014, and we focus on the project like the government tender project, and also for like the big company. We are not doing business with some particular people. Our main clients, our main customer is the formal and big company, and also the government. We are doing this for 6 years, and we have the experience to handle every tender, every business with the government and with the formal company. This is our main business. We are also doing sourcing and shipping. Shipping also is our second activity. We make like LCL, for example. Some customers, they have like some goods, but it's not enough for full container. We help them to make a group, make LCL, put everyone's goods to just in one container and ship it to Africa and also to France. How we develop it, we started just like one word we call like mouse to ear. Mouse to ear. I tell you, you tell this one, and this one tell another one, and we just develop it like this one by one. I tell you, you tell your friend will bring another one. That is the way we develop our business, and I think it's the most efficient way to develop the business. Because, for example, if I'm doing business with this guy and everything is perfect, I respect my contract, I make everything great, he will introduce to me another one, and that one will introduce me another one. So step by step and gradually we will make it very easy, and we make it very perfect and more professional. That is the way we develop our business here in Guangzhou. The opportunity at the present, I think everything is okay, but in the future, China also have to face some challenge, because I think after the COVID-19, so many things will change. Because before, Europe and America, they didn't realize that how they are dependent to China about manufacturing, about the industry, about so many things. They just so many European and American companies, they moved to China, and they became so dependent to China, and they didn't realize it. But because of the COVID-19, now they realize it. So after the COVID, I think so many things will change, and they will take their responsibility to take back their company in Europe and in US. And China have to prepare about this, because so many things will change, and is the future. And for now it's not clear. So China have to have a challenge to make another deal, because in the past 10 years all the world was so dependent to China. And for example, if China have problem, all the world will have problem. So many countries will think about how to change this. So China also have to face this problem, have to face these things, because the other countries will do their best to take back their factories and their brand and so many things. China also, if they want to keep their leadership, they have to face it and try to find another strategy to develop their industry and their factories and their market. This is my opinion. So now everything is okay because we all import from China. So many things is imported from China. Africa is importing from China, Europe, USA. But I think in the next 5 years, so many things will change. Africa also is developing his industry, Europe, US, and China's economy is depend to the export. So also they have to find some strategy to see how they can keep their leadership. This is my opinion about this question. Thank you. Welcome to China. I have to welcome them because there are so many opportunities to take in China. But the only advice I have to give them is to be legal in China. Try to respect the law in China, because every country have its own law. So if you want to live in a country, you have to respect the law, and everything you want to do, you have to do it legally. The business is open in China. It's not difficult. If you want to open a company, if you want to settle down a company in China, it's not difficult, it's easy. There are some agents like number one firm. They can help you to handle everything you want. Because since I start my business here in China, I just cooperate with them. And everything I want, they help me to do it easily. Everything I need. They handle my visa, my company license, the business account, the Hong Kong business license, everything you need. So just if you want to live in China or you want to do business in China, just try to find a company who can help you, who can go with you like your partner. Because as a foreigner, it's not easy to handle everything by yourself. Just come and find the good or the normal company agents to help you to handle everything, and you just try to find your customers and factories and partners, because everything is here. If you want to find a partner in China, you can find it. Everything also is easy. If you want to ship goods by air, by sea, everything is here. So everything is possible. Just believe it and try your best to make it happen. This is the advice I have to give to the people who want to live or want to do business in China.